Pleasant good morning. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in beautiful Frederick, Colorado. Today, right behind me, we got a monster of a truck. This one is our 2018 Freightliner M2106. This one is 4x4, and this one was done after the fact. So the 4x4, the previous owner bought this truck from us in two-wheel drive and brought it to Oklahoma, where they did a conversion and made it a true 4x4 truck. So there was a lot of investment in this truck, and of course today I want to present that to you on this video. And of course I got my tape measure to kind of go through some of the things you guys should know about this truck before, you know, committing to a unit like this. Again, take a look at this beast for 1 second. I'm just going to make you guys mesmerize over this truck. It is fully functional. So let's start up at the tires. This is a Summit Hauler conversion. Previous owner did add a lot of upgrades. So if you come a little bit closer, I'll show you guys those tires here. What you guys are looking at is Bridgestone tires. Those are 385/65 R22.5s. I did talk to my local tire shop, and we were looking for recommendations of trying to lower this truck a little bit. And of course, he did say that there might be a possibility you could get a smaller tire, not too small, but because you need the tire to support the weight of this truck. But we can go a little bit lower. Again, that'll be a cost to you, of course, but there is a possibility of getting a smaller tire on this truck. We do have front airbags and rear airbags on this unit. As you guys can see here, we have the airbag system. Because the batteries are located underneath the back seat, you have your studs here for your positive, and of course your negative studs on here as well. So if you need to jump the vehicle or help somebody out, you could use those studs right here instead of going directly to the battery. Previous owner did add that grill guard up front. This one does come with a wrench. Double tow hooks, we got 2 up here and 2 down here. To access the engine, there are 2 tie downs on either side of this top plate. You unhook those and they just come right down here. And of course, because you can't reach in the center to pull it up, you just go to one of the sides and just lift. Super easy. Taking a look at the engine, what you guys are looking at is the Cummins 8.9 liter engine, and it's also partnered with the Allison 3200 TRV. 3200 TRV. This engine produces 350 horsepower and about 1,150 foot-pounds of torque. It is fully serviced. It is ready to leave this lot. And of course, this one could be yours. Of course, you do the same thing. It does have that soft close. So right now, I'm not even holding it down. It actually will close itself off. If it's taking a little bit too long, all you guys gotta do is just push on there and make sure you tie down both sides before driving off. Same for this grill guard. Lift up, tie down on both sides before driving off. I am 5'10", and you guys can see how high this hood is for me. So we're looking about what? About a little over 6 feet on the top end here. The steps going in, the first step is about 2 feet 4 inches from the ground. So you will need those handles to help you up in that truck. Right here, silver or chrome. This is our engine block heater. This is our charger for our batteries. We got two 50-gallon tanks for diesel, one on each side. So 50 here, 50 on the other side. Our DEF tank, it's a 6-gallon DEF tank. I did mention the batteries are located underneath the back seat. So as I open this up here, this plate up here comes off, and then that's how you'll be able to change your batteries on this truck. So it's right underneath the passenger seat on the driver's side. As I have that back door open, you guys can see that bench seat, black leather, and of course it is certified by DOT to become a bed. So the switch is directly underneath the seat, and now we'll be able to fold all the way down. And I'm gonna leave this crack so you guys can see underneath the seat. Previous owner did upgrade the sound system on this unit, so we have all the amplifiers behind the seat, and of course underneath the seat we have a huge subwoofer for bass. So I'm gonna bring it all the way down now so you guys can see what it looks like, all laid down. I've had customers came and lay in this to make sure they could actually fit all the way. And me jumping in here, and I'm gonna go from door to door. Whoop, on this one. Oh, turn around. All right. And it's about 6 feet 3 inches from door to door. So even though if in case you are taller, if you sleep on an angle, you'll be totally fine. But from door to door, 6 feet 3 inches. This one does have a lot of storage. So we have those 2 bigger doors, and they're pass through. We do have our air gauge here for our airbags, and of course we got an air supply here for to put air in your tires, on your trailer, on the truck itself, helping a friend out with some air. So whatever that needs air, you have that air supply. You got a little step stool here. It might be a little too tall to be usable, but again, if you have a little step stool to go on top of there, if you need that. And of course, we got a nice little smaller storage unit in here. And all the storage boxes does have lights in there, LED lights. So right now we are at the bed of the truck. From the ground, let's go here from the ground up. What you guys are looking at is about 53 inches from the ground. 53 inches from the ground. And to the ball is about 54 inches. And the clearance on the bed from the ground is about 63 inches. So you have to take this into consideration with all the air in the bags on the suspension and the height of the bed. There might be, or there will be, some modifications on your trailer if you decide to put a gooseneck trailer on this one. There are some options of pretty much raising your axles on your trailers, kind of maybe lowering the tire size on this unit. So they might have some thinking to do if purchasing this unit. Again, the previous owner did modify his trailer as well, so he's willing to chat with whoever will purchase this vehicle and kind of give them options of making this unit function for them. And of course, when this unit came in, the first thing I saw was a big boat. You pull in a big boat behind this unit. So you have a 20,000 pound bumper hitch behind this plate here. It also has a 7-pin hookup to hook up your trailer. So I can see somebody putting a really nice heavy duty bumper hitch on here and pulling their boat to different locations and stuff. And again, if you want to use the bed of the truck, I would advise, of course, chatting with the previous owner and doing some modifications on that as well. But for the bed of the truck, you guys can see we got the diamond plate. We got that gooseneck ball already hooked up. We do have our 7-pin hookup here. We got our Voyager camera system hookup. And this one will add more cameras to our Voyager camera system. If we look at above the Summit Hauler logo, right dead center, we have our Voyager camera. That's the only one on this unit right now. So this one gives you the view of the back. Right next to it on the two sides, we have 2 outdoor speakers. And of course, just before we started this video, I was playing it for my cameraman, and of course, we're just jamming to some country music. But yeah, I mean, very good quality. So if you guys are tailgating or at the park or, you know, at a campsite, if you're allowed to play music that loud, or, I mean, you could put it on low volume, but the quality of those speakers are really, really good. So I know it will take a little time for my cameraman to get inside. So let's take a look inside and kind of go over some of the stuff and some of the upgrades as well. I need to raise that back seat. So for all those tuning in, we're looking at a 2018 Freightliner M2106 Summit Hauler conversion, true 4x4 truck. And I forget to mention that there is auto chains on this unit. So on the back tires, there are those auto chains on there. And hopefully in my next video, I'll kind of show you guys what it looks like and how it works. But ton of upgrades inside. He did modify this, the stereo as well. We originally had a Kenwood sound system, but he changed it to this Alpine touchscreen. This one does have an option to add a DVD player via USB, via HDMI, sorry. The HDMI cord will be plugged in here. What would happen, it will send a signal and it will power, it will send a signal, whatever is playing on that external DVD player will send a signal on this screen and this screen up here. So your passenger could actually sit up front, watch a movie while the driver is driving ahead. So the driver will not be able to see what's going on this screen, only the passenger will, for safety concerns. But he did do that to make sure his passenger is well entertained on long road trips. So it is modified. It is set up in a way to put an external DVD player via HDMI cable. If you need power for that DVD player as well, he did added an inverter, and that inverter is right in here. If you power it on, you plug in to that 110, and of course you could power up your DVD player, a smaller microwave, something small. Like he had a whole idea of, you know, when he designed this truck. So of course a little cooler for your drinks on long road trips. You could use that inverter as well. It does have that trailer brake system, so instead of having it up here, he did mounted it right here on the side here. We also have a few USB ports, and this will access plugging in your phone, so you do have Apple and Android capability on this system. So let's take a look over here. We have our engine brake, our J brake, our optional switch that will turn on the light on the bed of the truck if we need some lights. Those two red switches here, These are for the fog lights on the bumper hitch he has up front on the grill guard. So these will turn on those fog lights. So right now I'll turn those off. Up here, as you guys can see, this is your transfer case switches. So this is for your front axle and this is for your transfer case. It does have a low and a high setting. Of course, once you switch those in, I will advise you guys, whoever was going to purchase this, like I said, the previous owner will be able to, he did say that he will, contact whoever will purchase this and actually go through some of the stuff he added on to this unit. But these are the switches for that 4x4. Coming over here, we have our cruise control, all our power windows, power locks. We got a little marker light here. And of course, you got your Allison 6-speed automatic transmission. This one comes with reverse, neutral, and drive, typically on all our Freightliners. So, and then this one is fully air brakes. So this is your air supply for your air brakes. If you do decide you have a trailer that has air brakes on there, this one is pre-hooked up with that system. All we have to do is find a spot for the glad hands. We'll plug that in, send it through the airlines, and the switch is already on there. We got a few 12-volt hookups here. Remember I mentioned those speakers in the back of the truck? This is a switch here. Once that switch is red, it turns on that speaker, or it turns power to the speakers in the back of that truck so you could have outdoor entertainment. So right now I'll turn that off because I don't want to be driving down the road with the music on. Of course, you got all your AC controls. You got a little ashtray. We do have cup holders throughout this unit. One over here, we got one on the side here. For the passenger, we got two up here, two back here. And of course, between the seats on the bench of the truck, we got two as well. We got a nice little storage box in here. This one does have a wrench, so this is the controls for that. And of course, all the manuals and extra fuses, all the information you might need is in here. This one does come equipped, or the majority, all Freightliners come equipped with a fire extinguisher. So you have that right by the driver's feet. And of course, all your light controls will be on the left side of the steering wheel. And of course, you got your indicators and your window washer wiper fluids up here. This one does come with two different horns. Regular horn on the steering wheel. And of course, you got that horn here, which is the air horn line, and you just blow that, it will sound out pretty loud. The Voyager camera system, so this is what the rail looks like with the camera on. You guys can see everything that's happening in the back. On the two sides, everywhere is clearly visible. This one does come with a CB radio already installed. And of course, we got all your lights controls here, switches for your lights. Yeah, so this truck only has 23,000 miles, so super low mileage for that truck. So if you guys are interested in this unit, please feel free, contact me today at 303-684-3412, or you could call or text me on my cell at 661-755-4344. You guys could also email me at marlon.bledman@transwest.com. I've had many calls on our Freightliners. Some of those calls have ended up with, earning their business. We have a bunch of new ones coming in pretty soon. We've already had calls on those as well. So it is a huge business. We try to be as fair and transparent to everybody on the market. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'll be able to answer those. If you guys want to come in, check those trucks out, test drive it. I've had some customers that never driven one before purchasing. They came in, test drive it, and they felt comfortable with a rig like this. Some people see those rigs and say those rigs are so big, I don't think I could control it. And when they get on the freeway, they're like, oh, it's like driving a regular truck. Don't make size fool you guys. Like this is the way to go right now, and a lot of people have turned from 1 tons to those Freightliners. So Again, if you have any questions, please contact me. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. And just want to thank you guys for tuning in and checking my videos out. And hopefully I'll earn your business as well. So thank you guys very much and have a good weekend. Thank you.